Okay, my name is Megan Drahota, and today my speech is about the Holocaust. Imagine that you are a Jewish person living in Germany in 1933 when Adolf Hitler comes to power, and you have no idea that he is about to seek out all of your people and kill them. Now, fast forward to 1940, and you, all of your family and neighbors, have been imprisoned and taken to concentration camps. And imagine how terrified you must be. That's exactly what the Jewish and other groups of people experienced during the Holocaust. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Holocaust. I'll be talking about why it happened and who was involved on both sides. And finally, I will talk about what happened during the Holocaust. The Holocaust happened mainly because of one man named Adolf Hitler, and his Nazi party thought that all of the Jewish people were the cause of the problems of Germany, and he thought that they needed to be killed. According to historyplace.com, Adolf Hitler became president, or what they call the Chancellor of Germany, on January 30th, 1933. Hitler and his party, the Nazis, turned the country from a democracy into a dictatorship, which means that he had control of everything. No one got to vote about anything at all. Hitler thought that the Jewish people were inferior and that they needed to be killed. Hitler blamed Germany's problems on the Jewish people and convinced a lot of other people that it was their fault also. There was no one to oppose Hitler or the Nazis, and so they slowly started taking over the other countries in Europe, including Norway, Denmark, Poland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Greece, Yugoslavia, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Sudetenland, Belgium, the Netherlands, France, and the Channel Islands. As you can see, the cause of the Holocaust was Hitler and the Nazis and their need for total rule over Germany and the surrounding countries. But what actually happened to the Jews during the Holocaust? The Jewish people of Germany and eventually the surrounding countries in Europe that Germany overtook were subjected to many terrible things and terrible ways of dying. According to USHMM.org, in Greek the Holocaust means sacrifice by fire, and that is what happened to them. The concentration camps were places that the Jews were sent, and they were separated, men and women, and weak from strong. And the strong ones were made to work and as much as they could, a lot of hours in the day until they died. And they weren't given very much food or water. And then if they were weak, they were sent to the gas chamber, which is what happened to a lot of women and children. And they were told that they were going to shower, but they were just packed into a little room, and then gas was let in, which killed them. And JewishVirtualLibrary.org estimates that around 2,750,000 people were killed that way. And others were lined up and shot down with machine guns. And then a lot of other people just died of disease because where they lived wasn't very sanitary and they weren't given very much to eat, so they got sick very easily. Even though it seems like only Hitler and the Jews were involved, actually many other people were too, including the United States later on. The Think Roosevelt Project says the United States finally entered Germany and started to try and overthrow Hitler and free the Jewish people in September 1941, and they joined with the Allies to overcome Germany and try to set the people free from the dictatorship. Not just the Jewish people were persecuted by the Nazis, they were just who was most targeted and the most hated. An additional, and that was 6 million people that were killed that were Jewish. An additional 5 million gypsies, disabled people, Slavic people, and homosexuals were murdered, and that's from Jewish Virtual Library also. The Holocaust was an awful event, not just for Germany and Europe, but for the whole world, and because of Hitler and his ideas on the Jews being inferior, he murdered many Jewish people and other minorities. The victims of the Holocaust died unnecessarily and in terrible ways. This never should have happened in the first place, and we need to learn from history and not let it happen again.